What's happening, people? It's the homie Smitster 400 coming at you straight off the Ave, and this is Smitster Reacts. One time salute to all the subscribers wherever you at, new and old, all around the world. And if you made it to this video, baby, go ahead, give us a like, subscribe, join the team. All right, so look, first and foremost, salute Zenfi369, Sosa, Dubbins, Jazz, Straight Off the Have fam. You know what it is. We in this thing. Look, shout out to the homie for the love of hip hop, excuse me. Tapped in, hit me on the comment. Months and months and months ago, I covered one of his videos. He was like, look, cover some more of them joints. So without further ado, we finna get into this content. It says how 50 Cent destroys Diddy again. Now, you know the beef between 50 and Diddy has been ongoing for some time. The homie 50 don't really rock with the homie Diddy. You feel me? And in light of, I'm assuming, the trial and all that type of ish, you know 50 like to mess with ish like that. So without further ado, salute to the homie. We're going to get right into his content. If you want to see it without the reaction, you know what to do. Hit the link in the description. Everybody else, let's get it going.
Outside till I die, that's just how I get down.
In particular, Netflix docuseries that you've been working on. Did he do it?
Right.
You've been saying for years that you feel you knew Diddy's character.
Simon's flesh, you know the routine, the crime scene ticked off. It started out a robbery, they blew half his face off. It seemed shining, cross full of diamonds, he bought grinding his foot slipped up.
Diddy spent years fooling the world with money, fame, and fake smiles. But this trial is exposing everything. The image is cracking, the stories aren't adding up, and 50 Cent is tearing him apart, one post at a time. This isn't just a courtroom drama, it's Diddy's whole empire collapsing in public. Because the moment Diddy's legal downfall exploded across the headlines, 50 Cent did exactly what he is known for, weaponizing the court of public opinion against his enemies with brutal efficiency. Within hours of the allegations hitting mainstream media, 50's Instagram became a battlefield. His post
50 real quick with that ish, man. Like to come out with a whole series or whatever called Diddy Do It, like diabolical, bro. Diabolical. He's not the enemy to make in these streets, that's for sure.
were not vague threats or casual trolling. The first image he shared sent shockwaves through both the hip-hop world and the legal community.
I haven't had issues with Puffy. I don't like him like that. Like I don't like things that he would do.
Right.
It make me
So
uncomfortable.
we're speaking on Diddy. We're speaking on Puff.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
The blurred, shadowy photo carried a face millions recognized instantly. Daphne
He said, I don't like things that he do, make me uncomfortable. We all know the type of things he does to make people uncomfortable. We had a whole trial of that ish, for real.
Joy. Her name was not an accident, and neither was the timing. Daphne is not just another celebrity entangled in social circles. She is 50 Cent's ex-girlfriend and the mother of his son. Her quiet connection to Diddy made this more than an online feud. It became a high-stakes personal war, spilling private lives into the headlines at the most critical moment in Diddy's career. The implication behind the photo was unmistakable. 50 Cent suggested that Daphne Joy was entangled in the same world of power, control, and manipulation prosecutors were now exposing in Diddy's criminal case. The message went further than gossip. According to 50 Cent, Daphne was not only associated with Diddy, but also protected by the same machinery of silence and money that prosecutors claimed Diddy used to maintain control over women in his orbit.
Continuously call Puff gay. Does that affect your relationships in Hollywood?
I don't call him gay. I said
Let me read it,
read.
Fifth.
The internet ignited in response. Fans dissected every available photograph, screenshot, and timeline involving Daphne Joy, Diddy, and 50 Cent. Suddenly, the courtroom narrative merged with the personal drama. Daphne became part of the public spectacle, whether she wanted to or not. She responded immediately, denying all involvement and labeling 50 Cent's accusations as character assassination. Her statement insisted she had no connection to Diddy's controversies and dismissed 50 Cent's claims as lies designed to damage her reputation. 50 Cent escalated the situation with calculated aggression. In front of his global following, he branded Daphne Joy with the phrase that ignited the internet, "little sex worker." His words were not chosen for accuracy or legality. They were chosen to humiliate, degrade, and destroy her public image in the most...
When he was doing that, you know, little S worker ish, I ain't gonna hold you. That ish was kind of funny. You know what I'm saying? Because 50 is the ultimate troll. You feel what I'm saying? So, but Look, I mean, was he wrong? Was he wrong? Crazy.
Visible way possible. The insult was precise. It attached her to the same accusations of exploitation, manipulation, and abuse that surrounded Diddy, reinforcing the narrative that Daphne was another pawn in a corrupt system of power.
That they're using, that he's allowing them to use, that he's not objecting to it. He has made a living for 20 years, really understanding what the audience wants. And I know he's looking at that jury like an audience.
While the internet fed into the chaos, the courtroom became its own public disaster. Diddy's lead attorney, Mark Agnifilo, turned into a liability within minutes of opening his mouth. His defense strategy collapsed in real time, offering bizarre comparisons and poorly calculated arguments that only deepened Diddy's public disgrace. 50 Cent capitalized immediately, posting sarcastic commentary and memes, ridiculing Agnifilo's incompetence. His most pointed jab came with a caption that questioned the value of Diddy's legal team, asking how much he paid them lawyers. The internet erupted in agreement. Agnifilo's performance quickly spiraled into farce. During closing arguments, he attempted to justify Diddy's use of assistants to procure drugs by comparing him to Beyonce. The remark, suggesting that no one expects to see Beyonce shopping at CVS, became an instant meme. Social media users latched onto the absurdity, transforming Agnifilo's words into viral content within hours. 50 Cent reposted the memes, further amplifying the disaster and ensuring Diddy's legal defense became a laughingstock. The defense's unraveling did not end there. Agnifilo veered dangerously into offensive territory, describing Cassie, the central figure in the abuse allegations, as a gangster.
The white bread boy from law school called the rape victims gangsta. Did I just hear that?
Yes, and again, it sounded just as cheesy and corny and landed like a load of bricks, but he still did it. And it made me think, was Diddy involved in that closing argument?
His betrayal.
Salute to the show. Ain't that the short? What's her name? Tisa Tales or something like that. I think that's her name. Yo, salute to her.
Suggested Cassie was not a manipulated victim, but a sexually empowered woman capable of juggling 2 or 3 men at a time. The argument was meant to paint her as complicit in the lifestyle under scrutiny, but the effect was catastrophic. Jurors visibly recoiled. Their expressions exposed disgust and disbelief as Agnifilo delivered his tone-deaf defense. As Diddy's courtroom disaster deepened, his strategy pivoted from denial to image manipulation, a tactic that has defined his career for decades. Gone were the designer power suits and billionaire bravado. Instead, Diddy arrived in court wrapped in soft, oversized sweaters, his hair dyed gray, and his posture slouched in exaggerated weakness. The message was unmistakable. The once dominant mogul was rebranding himself as a fragile, aging man under attack, desperate for the jury's sympathy. Observers immediately recognized the performance. Diddy's public image has never been shaped by raw talent or authenticity. His success has always hinged on world-class public relations, obsessive control of perception, and carefully crafted marketing genius.
I don't know if him being excuse me, I don't know if him being like hunched over, gray in the beard and all, I don't know if that was a play. Like, I think that was just a lack of resources. He don't got his Beijing. he don't got his stylist, he don't got his makeup, he don't got his skin routine. You feel what I'm saying? All that ish that he normally be on, you feel me? He ain't getting mani-pedis. Like, he ain't getting lavish back rubs. The boy's stressed. He up in there stressed, sleeping on. Can you imagine going from like the best thread counts, the best, like, you know, cushions, and then next thing you know, you land on a metal slab, like the homie back hurt, G. Like, you feel me? That's what's wrong with Diddy. He hunched over because his back hurt. You know what I mean? His posture bad, all type of ish. He ain't used to that. You feel me? Y'all remember back in the COVID days, the dreaded COVID days, when a lot of these cats couldn't go see their stylists. You had DJ Khaled looking crazy, showing his real true colors with the grays. You had Diddy, definitely had the gray beard and all that on the live and in the videos and it's like that. So I think that's just, you know, that's just what that is. I don't think that was a front or nothing like that. But back to the content.
What are your thoughts on the allegations against Jay-Z?
That was interesting. When I was saying things, not knowing exactly what I was saying, but I was going.
This courtroom transformation was no different. The gray hair, the frail demeanor, the soft clothing, every element was rehearsed to mask decades of violence, exploitation, and manipulation now being exposed under oath. The courtroom itself descended into spectacle. Alongside Diddy's forced performance stood his children, dressed head to toe in black, their coordinated outfits chosen with the same precision as a red carpet event. Their faces remained hidden behind oversized sunglasses, their expressions blank, their postures stiff. This was not a grieving family grappling with public shame. It was a uniform display, engineered to project unity, victimhood, and controlled dignity. The trial's most damning evidence wasn't buried in legal jargon. It was burned into public memory by a single video. The infamous hotel hallway footage of Diddy assaulting Cassie. The world watched in horror as he dragged her through the corridor, kicking her while she lay helpless on the ground. Yet,
now that video, excuse me, that video was some bullshit. You feel what I'm saying? He ain't have to do the girl like that. You feel me? Cassie, we already been through this in past videos. She kind of messed up the defense. You feel what I'm saying? Because the text messages that the defense used, excuse me, she made it easier for the defense, rather, when she, you know, was exposing those messages as wanting to be or you know, wanting to partake in those activities despite going through things like getting kicked and ish like that. You feel what I'm saying? She kept coming back, and that's wild. But that's what happens when you gotta, that's also some psychological ish that happens. If you know anything about that type of ish, we seem to see that when girls are abused like that, they go back to the abuser, which is wild. Crazy.
Amid the brutality, Diddy's obsession with controlling his image surfaced. Clutching a towel with military precision, he ensured his appearance remained hidden, even in the middle of a violent assault. His priorities were unmistakable: image over everything, even in moments of abuse. The towel became the symbol of the entire case. While the defense unraveled and public perception collapsed, Diddy's grip on his curated persona never loosened, but the evidence spoke louder.
And as was pointed out last week, holding on, he didn't mind beating her with one hand, but one thing he did hold on to.
Legal experts call the hotel footage catastrophic. No amount of PR or courtroom theatrics could erase the reality millions had witnessed. In parallel, the courtroom's credibility deteriorated further. Lead attorney Mark Niffolo's closing arguments detonated whatever remained of Diddy's defense. His description of Cassie as a gangster and capable of juggling multiple men landed like a slap across the gallery. Jurors recoiled visibly, disgust etched into their faces. The defense's attempt to frame Cassie as sexually empowered and complicit in Diddy's world of excess and abuse backfired immediately. The backlash wasn't confined to the courtroom. Social media platforms erupted, memes spread at lightning speed, and 50 Cent capitalized on every misstep. His commentary, his posts, and ruthless dismantling of Diddy's defense strategy turned the legal proceedings into a public spectacle. It wasn't about legal verdicts anymore. It was about narrative control, and 50 Cent was winning that war without setting foot in court.
Niffolo used one old, tired phrase after the next. She wanted it. She got paid. It was just homemade porn. Really? As if that's a defense?
The jury and the galley was looking like, sir, what are you talking about?
The fallout extended beyond arguments and image manipulation. Cassie's $20 million settlement reignited debates across every media outlet. For some, it was a desperate payout from a guilty man exposed by overwhelming evidence. For others, it was ammunition for critics, spinning narratives about opportunism and gold digging. But the historical precedent was undeniable. Barred settlements often signal guilt, not exoneration. Michael Jackson's $30 million payout to his first accuser remains the blueprint. Money doesn't clear reputations. It quietly admits something ugly happened. Despite everything, insiders within the music industry whispered the same prediction: Diddy could still walk free. His manipulation, his marketing prowess, his obsession with controlling perception has shielded him for decades. The evidence, the testimonies, the public outrage, all of it risks being overshadowed by Diddy's ability to engineer sympathy, stage narratives, and distort reality. The 50 Cent remains the constant disruptor. His relentless public attacks, his brutal exposure of hypocrisy, his willingness to weaponize every courtroom misstep ensures that Diddy's empire is crumbling piece by piece. The mogul who once dominated with power now limps beneath the weight of his own deception. Now tell me what you think. Is Diddy's downfall real or just another act in his never-ending show?
Salute to the homie. You know what I'm saying? For the content, again, go over and subscribe to For the Love of Hip Hop. You feel me? Dope little video, dope you know, how he put it together. But check it. Diddy and excuse me, 50 not gonna let off Diddy, bro. Like he's never gonna let off a Diddy. You know what I'm saying? And it has a lot to do with, I think, at this point, your son's mother was dealing with the dude and calling her a little ass worker. Again, he said the ish that Diddy do make him uncomfortable, right? So he know what type of dude Diddy is, and then she running around with him, and he see that, and he like, oh shoot, like fellas, you know how it is. Like if you got a shorty and she go messing with somebody, you know what I'm saying? Y'all got kids, she go messing with somebody, and you know the type of dude that it is. You're like, oh man, look, this shit washed. But it is what it is, man. Check it. If you made it to this point in the video, go ahead, like and subscribe. Salute to all the subscribers. Look, the homie ain't been doing as many reactions, but we right back with this. It's just been a lot going on, homie. We gonna talk about it on the freaking stream. Stay tuned. But yeah, it's the homie Smitster 400. This has been Smitster Reacts. I'm out. Peace and love wherever you at, all around the world. Owie.